Hi everybody and welcome back to Relax My Dog. I'm having to sit like this because he wants to lean on my incredibly cozy jumper. Today's video we're going to talk about how to keep your dogs warm in the snow. The snow is about to happen here in the UK, we can just all sense it. If you live in a country where they have snow all the time, this video might be great for you as well, just to get a few more top tips on how to help your dog stay warm during the very cold months. Before we do get started though, let me know down below in the comments actually, where are you guys from? Where do you live? I absolutely love hearing about who watches our channel and exactly where they are from. I find it so fascinating. Even if you're just from the UK, I want to know where you're from. But let's just get started. So obviously dogs and wolves have this natural instinct on to stay warm. If it's cold, they will go and find shelter. If it is wet, they will go and find shelter. The dogs just know exactly how to do that. However, a lot of dogs and wolves aren't capable of staying warm for a long period of time and being able to stay in the cold for a long period of time. Now, whilst dogs obviously need their exercise during the winter and when it's snowy, there are definitely things that you can put in place to help keep your dog warm during these colder months. So the first top tip is to obviously spend more time indoors. Indoors it's more warm, it's not cold, it's not rainy, it's not got snow everywhere. You can just spend a lot more time inside than you maybe would have done outside, which I'm sure as an owner and as a human you would want to do that anyway. But make sure you are making sure your dog is getting exercise and being comforted inside as well. Whether you get them some more toys, they constantly have water and food available for them, they just are able to sort of live life like you do as a human, but inside they're able to go where they want, do what they want, just so they have that freedom still that they would have outside that they do have inside. It's also important in the winter you make walks shorter but more frequent, so that your dog's getting more exercise, or the same amount of exercise just in shorter chunks than you would have done in the summertime. And as well, if you wanted to get a few more tips on how to keep your dog entertained indoors, we do have a few videos on that on the channel too. Now, top tip number 2 we can definitely vouch for. Milo has a wardrobe full of coats. We absolutely love getting him a coat because he loves to get muddy and all sorts. So if you buy your dog a winter coat or just something to put on them so that they can keep a little bit more warm, especially obviously around the body area. Milo just has one that goes around his head like a collar, goes along his back, and then it sort of just fastens underneath his stomach, and that just helps him to keep warm. Then our last top tip is to get the correct bedding. If you get bedding that is cushioned, or if you even get bedding that has like a heated part to it, that can also help. It depends on how excessive the cold weather is in your country. Here in the UK we just put the heating on and the house is warm and we're all comfortable and Milo's fine, whereas if you live in a country where it is freezing cold and it takes a while for your house to heat up, this is when you need to properly think about the bedding. Milo actually doesn't have a bed at all. He just sleeps on a sofa that we have in one room. He's a bit of a diva like that, but on the sofa there's a blanket, so if it was really cold he can find his way underneath the blanket, and there's cushions and all sorts, so he is absolutely fine. But if you want to get your dog an extra throw during the winter months, just pop it on their bed so that they can almost maneuver around that. That is the perfect idea. But that is it for this week's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment down below, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and you would like to. And me and Milo will see you next week for next week's video. Bye!